Peppa and the Wrong Sea Adventure. Peppa's family is having a picnic by the seaside. While Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig are busy preparing food, Peppa and George decide to explore on their own. Peppa helps George climb onto a small wooden boat and rows away from the shore.
Yay!
Look, George, the sea is so beautiful.
After some fun, big waves suddenly surround the boat. Peppa and George panic and start crying. On the seaside, Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig panic.
Oh no!
Peppa, George, where are you?
It looks like Peppa and George's footprints. Oh my God!
Oh no, the kids have taken the boat out to sea.
No!
Daddy Pig quickly starts the big boat. Mummy Pig and Evie jump on board to search for Peppa and George. The parents' boat accidentally passes by Peppa and George's small boat.
Yay!
Mom, Dad, we're here.
But the parents don't hear them. Peppa keeps rowing, sweating and exhausted. George wipes away tears and waves his hands, trying to call for help. On the big boat, Evie is in her mom's arms, looking back. Evie laughs happily when she sees Peppa and George. Mummy Pig notices Evie looking back and turns to see what she's pointing at.
Oh no, turn around now. The kids are there.
Daddy Pig quickly turns the boat around and brings the two kids safely on board. Daddy Pig says seriously,
Do you know how dangerous it is to go to sea alone?
We are sorry, Mom and Dad.
Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig look at each other, smile, and hug the kids. The tests were swapped. In the bedroom, George takes an engraved test paper out of his school bag as he gets ready to show it to Dad. He notices Peppa's notebook and curiously opens it. Inside is a test marked with an F. George giggles mischievously and runs to the living room to tell Dad.
Peppa.
Daddy! Uh-oh.
Dad, it was.
Why don't you study properly?
Peppa can't explain anything and can only cry as she gets scolded. George sticks out his tongue at her, teasing her. Meanwhile, Mommy Pig is out for a walk when she meets Pedro Pony standing sadly by the road, holding an engraved test. Mommy Pig walks over and asks,
What's wrong, Pedro? Why do you look so sad?
Oh!
Pedro, your test.
When Mommy Pig gets home, she accidentally steps on a test paper on the floor and picks it up. She is shocked to realize it isn't Peppa's test.
This is not Peppa's test.
Peppa, I'm sorry I didn't check properly.
It looks like Pedro took the wrong test.
Yay!
Uh-oh. I'm really sorry for flopping your test, Peppa.
George also walks over, holds Peppa's hand, and bows his head to admit his mistake. Peppa smiles, holds Pedro's hand, and happily forgives everyone. Daddy Pig and Auntie Pig are having an affair. Mummy Pig took Peppa, George, and Evie out for a shopping trip on the street today. On their way, they caught Daddy Pig talking and holding hands intimately with Auntie Pig. Stunned for a moment, Mummy Pig and her kids furiously charged toward Daddy Pig and Andy Pig. Startled, they let go and looked back in terror. Mommy Pig slapped Daddy Pig across the face.
You traitor! How dare you have an affair behind my back?
Honey, are you okay?
Mommy Pig slapped Andy Pig and yelled in rage.
How could you steal someone else's husband?
I hate you, Daddy.
We're going home now, kids.
I was wrong. For the sake of our children, please give me one last chance.
I don't need you anymore, Daddy.
Furious, Mommy Pig rushed outside and splashed water all over them. She glared at them with scorn and fury before coldly turning her back to enter the house.
Mommy will always be by your side, my children.
Peppa, George has disappeared. Let's go find George. One beautiful morning, Peppa woke up, her eyes still heavy with sleep, and walked into the living room. Suddenly, she saw Dad and Mom preparing to go somewhere. Seeing this, Peppa runs over and asks,
Where are you going, Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad are going to visit Aunt Piggy. She's sick.
Dad rests a hand on Peppa's shoulder and speaks softly.
Stay home and take good care of George, okay?
Okay. Goodbye.
George wakes up, doesn't see Mom or Dad, and bursts into tears. Peppa runs over worriedly, puts a blue hat on George, then thinks for a moment before suddenly getting an idea. Peppa takes George to the park. On the way, she spots flowers growing by the roadside, her eyes lighting up as she runs over to admire them. When she turns back to invite George to look too, she suddenly realizes he's gone. Panicking, Peppa runs off to search for him. Peppa runs everywhere looking for George, but she can't find him.
George, where are you?
Suddenly, Peppa sees Candy Kid holding the blue hat that Peppa gave George earlier that morning.
That's George's hat.
Uh-oh.
Candy kidnapped George. She's holding his hat.
Oh
No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
Candy, we'd like you to come to the station for questioning.
Candy is taken into a jail cell by the police. Peppa stands angrily and questions her.
Candy, where did you hide George? I don't know. I only found his hat in the bushes.
Peppa tries to rush him, but the officers stop her.
We'll help you find George.
But please go back home first.
Peppa has no choice but to go back home. Worried, Peppa heads back home. Peppa is startled to see George playing at the front door.
George, how did you get out? Did Candy take you away?
George answers, looking confused.
No. I wasn't kidnapped. I just got lost, Peppa.
Just then, Rebecca Rabbit walks over.
Hello, Rebecca. I saw George lost near the hill, so I brought him home for you.
Peppa realizes in shock that she blamed Candy by mistake.
Oh no, Candy!
Peppa and George hurry away. Peppa and George run straight to the police station. Peppa explains to the police that
Please let Candy go. It was just a misunderstanding.
the two police officers panic and rush off immediately. The two police officers immediately release Candy. Peppa holds Candy's hand, saying,
I'm sorry, Candy. I was wrong to blame you.
Candy replies happily.
It's okay, Peppa. I forgive you.
Yay!
The misunderstanding is clear, and everyone at the police station smiles happily again. Peppa and Danny will be friends forever. At Peppa and Danny's nursery, they're playing happily together. Peppa happily shakes the toy Daddy Pig gave her. Danny bounces along happily. Candy walks over and sees Peppa and Danny dancing. Suddenly, Candy grabs Peppa's toy.
Oh no!
Peppa bursts into tears. Danny glares angrily at Candy. Then he snatches the teddy back from Candy's hand. Danny gives the toy back to Peppa. Peppa is happy again. And just like that, Danny becomes Peppa's good friend. Many years later, Danny's dad drives a luxury car to pick him up from school. But by accident, Danny's dad crashes into Daddy Pig's car. Danny's dad steps out with an arrogant look. He pulls out a wad of cash and throws it straight at Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig holds Evie and angrily scolds him.
Money can't buy respect. That's too much.
The two dads argue fiercely. Evie bursts into tears in fear.
Get in the car now. Danny, you're not allowed to play with Peppa anymore.
Come on, Peppa. We shouldn't talk to arrogant people.
That night, Peppa sneaks out of the house. Danny also runs to meet Peppa. They meet there.
Hello?
Peppa, I'm here! Seeing Peppa, Danny gets excited and runs across the road without looking. Just then, a car comes speeding toward them. Daddy Pig rushes out, grabs Danny, and rolls onto the sidewalk. Luckily, the car stops in time. Danny's dad rushes over in panic. He grabs Danny tightly in his arms. Seeing Daddy Pig bravely save Danny, Danny's dad feels deeply regretful.
I sincerely apologize. Thank you for saving my son.
Peppa and Danny did nothing wrong. We should let them be friends.
Both families walk home together under the warm streetlights. The siblings' F grade test. In the classroom, the teacher handed back the test papers. Both Peppa and George received an F, and they looked at each other sadly. When they arrived at the front door, Peppa leaned in and whispered an idea to her little brother. The two siblings walked inside and saw their parents sitting on the sofa. They felt a pang of guilt, and their eyes were filled with fear. Mom and Dad walked over and asked them about today's test.
How did the test go today?
Well, Madam Gazelle didn't give the tests back today.
Mom and Dad looked at the two of them with suspicious faces. The next day, at the supermarket.
Ooh, hello.
Hello, Madame Gazelle. Have the test results come out yet? Why did you lie?
Mom and the teacher rushed back home and ransacked the kids' room. Mom found the siblings' F grade tests. Furious, Mom rushed outside. The teacher rushed outside in a panic.
You two shouldn't lie about your test.
No! No!
Spanking won't solve anything. I'm so disappointed in you too. You should pay more attention to the children's studies rather than spank them.
I'm sorry for lying.
I'm also sorry, Mom and teacher. The teacher walked over to comfort the two of them.
Low grades aren't scary. Lying is what's really concerning.
Yes, teacher.
Mom was still angry and made the two of them copy lines as punishment for lying. Peppa and the forgotten effort. Peppa packs a small bag of biscuits and quietly slips out the back door. Peppa looks back and sees Mom, Dad, and George happily laughing around Evie. Peppa walks away sadly. That day, Daddy Pig holds Peppa's test paper, his face showing clear disappointment and anger.
Oh no!
The next day, Peppa happily brings home a picture graded by her teacher. As soon as she walks in, Peppa excitedly shows off her picture. But Mom, Dad, and George are playing with Evie, and no one notices Peppa. As Peppa walks away, the doorbell rings. Daddy Pig goes to open the door. It turns out Grandpa Pig has come to visit Peppa's family.
Hello, Grandpa.
Hello, George. Where's Peppa?
The family panics. That's when Daddy Pig notices the picture lying on the floor.
Oh no!
Where has Peppa gone? Grandpa Pig runs all over the street looking for Peppa and sees.
Huh?
Peppa sits sadly alone under a tree. Help, a robber! Peppa rushes over as Danny points ahead in fear and says, "The thief took my wallet." Peppa chases after the thief. Then she tackles the thief to the ground. Just then, the police arrive.
You've caught a thief, Peppa.
Mummy and Daddy run over and hug Peppa.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
Peppa, you did a great job.
We are proud of you.
An evening at Peppa's house? Daddy Pig hammers a nail and hangs Peppa's picture on the wall.
That's perfect.
You're a great little artist, Peppa.
Peppa looks at Mom and smiles. The whole Peppa family is happy again. Peppa and George's emotions. In Peppa's living room, the whole family was gathered together. Baby Evie had just been born and was lying peacefully in her mother's arms. The parents looked at Evie attentively, their eyes full of love. Peppa and George stood behind the wall, curiously watching their new baby sister. At first, the two siblings smiled happily, excited that the family had a new member. Over time, Mom and Dad only cared about Evie. Today, the two siblings came home from school holding their test papers with Enna, excited to show them to their parents.
Wow.
Because Evie is still very young, she receives more attention. Maybe Mom and Dad only remember the baby.
One day in the living room, Evie woke up and started crying. Peppa heard her baby sister crying and immediately ran over, picked her up, and tried to comfort her.
Peppa, put the baby down.
I just...
At dinner time, when everyone sat down at the table, Mom and Dad didn't see Peppa and George. Worried, they went around the house looking for them.
Uh-oh.
Come on!
Mom and Dad opened the door and saw the two children sitting and hugging each other, their faces smeared with tears.
Why are you crying?
What's wrong?
Mom and Dad don't care about us anymore. Mom and Dad only care about our baby sister.
Dad is sorry, you do. Because she's still little, we care for her more.
Mom is sorry too.
Okay.
Suddenly, Evie burst into tears. The whole family rushed over, and when the baby saw her mother, she stopped crying and smiled brightly.
Evie is so cute.
We'll pay more attention to you.
Peppa! Mom and Dad have been arrested. We have to save them. On Peppa's birthday, the family drove to a town with a famous bakery. Peppa and George were excited to go out with their parents. Mom picked, Dad picked, Peppa. And George walked hand in hand through the supermarket.
Peppa, which color cake do you like?
I like pink.
Candy's secret cake recipe is gone. Please come with us to the station.
We're innocent.
Mom and Dad are arrested. Oh no!
The police took Mom and Dad away as the two siblings cried and ran after them, but couldn't keep up.
We must rescue them. Okay.
Peppa and George return to the scene and find tiny cake crumbs on the floor.
Crumbs. Uh-oh. Come on!
Peppa points to the trail of cake crumbs leading out of the supermarket. To follow the trail, it leads them to Rebecca's house. Peppa and George see Rebecca baking. When she notices them, the rabbit quickly hides something.
Can you make cakes? Nothing here. Hello? There's nothing here. The secret cake recipe is mine now.
Officer Danny suddenly burst in. Rebecca tried to run, but the police handcuffed her.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mom and Dad are cleared.
Yes.